What is up, fans and friends? Welcome in to the Fun in Motion Toys live stream today. I will be your host. My name is Cassandra. You may have been expecting to see someone like Ezra or JT. I promise you they're both fine. But I am here to make some shapes with you guys today and tell some stories. So I'm excited to be here because I get to play with Shishibo. Awesome. The best toy that there is. Maybe I'm biased, but I've been a fan of Shishibo for a while. I wouldn't consider myself a super fan. Definitely not in the realm of the Shishibologists, but I can make a shape or two. So I have some really fun Shishibo here that I wanted to share with the world. Some of my faves. I pulled out these Meow Wolf Shishibo because while I am a Shishibo fan, I am also a Meow Wolf fan. And I have been specifically inspired by the artwork that they collect and display in their art installations in different cities around the US. It's a pretty magical thing. So we are lucky enough here at Fun in Motion Toys to partner with Meow Wolf, and have collaboratively created these beautiful Meow Wolf Shishibo. And so these are part of the story. We actually just added a fifth Meow Wolf Shishibo in honor and celebration of their fifth location, which is in Houston. I'm looking around for it. I actually don't think I have any of those. Maybe one will appear magically. Let's see. More to be revealed. But for now, let me talk about these. So each one of these Meow Wolf Shishibo was created specifically in reference to one of their permanent installations. So Meow Wolf has currently 5 permanent installations in the following cities. They have the House of Eternal Return in Santa Fe. And this Shishibo, the Dryer Portal Shishibo, is one of the elements that you'll see, actually, this specific dryer portal when you visit that location. When you open it up, just like going into the portal, the dryer portal in the House of Eternal Return, you're already on an adventure. So you'll start to see some pretty interesting characters emerge here that are part of the story that Meow Wolf is telling in this specific installation. So this is the House of Eternal Return. Their Denver location, by the way, House of Eternal Return, Dryer Portal. This Shishibo is based on their location in Santa Fe, New Mexico. The Convergence Station Meow Wolf location, which is in Denver, Colorado, gives us the Q dot map Shishibo. And this has on the exterior here, we see it's kind of like a map, and it's guiding us. Who knows what dimension? The story of Convergence Station is related to the story of the House of Eternal Return. It's a little bit different. And it also features a lot of really incredible art, immersive spaces that challenge your notions of up, down, right, left, reality, not to put too fine a point on it. So this is Convergence Station. And unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to visit the House of Eternal Return yet in Santa Fe. It is a dream of mine to go. I have visited Convergence Station, though, and I can tell you the space that you're walking around in there is specifically embedded in the artwork on these Shishibo. So these are really special. I'm going to make a UFO to just hold here, Convergent Station, Q.map UFO. The third Meow Wolf, Omega Mart in Las Vegas, inside Area 15. Area 15 is a pretty amazing place. It's kind of like a multi-sensory amusement park. There are a number of different art installations and art experiences in there. The biggest and best of which is Omega Mart. And this particular Shishibo style, it's called Hypermelon. It's also reflective of some of the artwork that you will encounter, walk into, and discover inside that Meow Wolf location, the Omega Mart. They do have Hypermelon as a product, but one of the things that's really cool, I mean, Omega Mart is, I have been there. It is ridiculous and wonderful. It's ridiculous in all of the most wonderful ways. And in addition to it being an actual supermarket, Omega Mart is an actual supermarket, but something is very wrong there. And I leave it to you to discover. But I will give you one hint, and you can see this in the mushroom shape with this Shishibo. The dairy case is like, it's like extended, almost as if the entire dairy section of this grocery store is in a warp, some kind of warp in space and time. But it's hilarious. So this is the Omega Mart Shishibo Hypermelon. And then their fourth location is in Grapevine, Texas, which is a city adjacent to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And that one is called, well, this Shishibo is Glowquarium. And that Meow Wolf location in Grapevine, Texas, I have been there. It is the real unreal. It is really unreal in there. And we call this Glowquarium because one of the spaces inside the real unreal is a Glowquarium. That's the only way I can describe it. And some of that experience is rendered here on the artwork for this Shishibo. So we've got the real unreal, Omega Mart, the House of Eternal Return, and Convergent Station right here. Let's make one composite shape with these four. What do you say? What do you say, chat? How you doing out there? We are making shapes. So I have two UFOs. I'm going to connect them like so. And it's super fun to build this shape and then also to look at it and say, this is a nice configuration, but I think I prefer this UFO. It's one of my favorite things, actually, in playing with Shishibo is finding the shapes that fold into each other, like a shape that becomes itself. So the UFO is one of these. There's another one that's actually one of my favorite shapes. I believe it's called the Queen's Crown. Maybe I will showcase that in a moment. But I just discovered that I can't even see the chat. Hey, everyone. I definitely want more Glowquarium in my life. That place, the real unreal. Having been to Omega Mart, Convergent Station, and the real unreal, I'm really looking forward to my next trip to the Dallas area, which will be in April. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get back in there because it's such a fun, playful space. That one feels a little lighter. I don't know. Maybe it's the way the story is told there. But here I have this Hypermelon in my hands. Let's make a Hypermelon UFO and add it to my little structure here. And then it's like a torch. Ah, I love this. Oh, good. And look at that. Oh, the magnetic seal just barely wants to hold that. Ah, there it is. That was the connection I was going for. What's up, Savage Herb? Doing a lot more of the barn door creations recently. You know, I had this whole conversation with Ezra before going live about how much more well-versed many of the Shishibo fans, the Shishibo super fans out there are with the shape names. I'm not so good with the shape names, to be honest. But I am always inspired when I see your work in the Discord. So I want to encourage everybody. If you're here, great. We're so glad to have you here. We also would love it if you would consider joining our Discord and sharing with us some of the shapes that you create with Shishibo. It's a super fun place to be. So in addition to these 4 Meow Wolf locations, there is a 5th. It is Radio Tav in Houston. And this is the brand new Meow Wolf Shishibo representing that space. It is the Radio Tave, that long A. So let's open it up. Honestly, I haven't gotten a chance to see too much of the artwork in this one yet. So I'm excited to see. I am a big fan of the art. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm a little obsessed with the art, both in this world and also on Shishibo. So Radio Tave, when we open it up, first of all, on the outside, you have this really fun, almost vintage these days, radio player, record player. And then we have like a whole library of records in here. That's really cute. Super cute. We don't have a lot of yellow on the outside art styles with Shishibo. And then as we open it up, we get this really fun, it's almost like a red and purple checkered pattern. Let's get a closer look at that. Let's make another UFO. Broop. Oh, a shape that inverts into itself. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I have not been to this Meow Wolf location yet in Houston. I am really looking forward to making a trip because the Shishibo is so fun from this one. I just have to check it out for myself. So I'm going to pop this guy right in here. We'll just set this ball on top because I can. Wahaha. As long as I'm having fun. Thank you very much. That's what I like to hear. That's the kind of permission that art creates. Permission to create. Permission to try something new. Permission to shapeshift. So we can do a little shape shifting here. And since we are started on the artwork, let's see. Oh, it's a fun shape that I can create with 5. I'm going to attempt something. Don't be alarmed. We're just trying things out. We're learning new things and making new things with Shishibo. So I'm going to make 4 hive structures. So we have 1. This is the other side of that, just so you can see the Radio Tave. Wah, wah, wah. All right, I got one hive. Let's make a second hive. And I'm going to connect these here. So in this particular structure that I'm building, I'm connecting on the small triangles to the side of each of these hexagonal tabs. I'm aligning those hexagonal tabs on the side, putting those together. Now I've got this hollow space on the inside. Let us fill that in. This is such a beautiful hive design here from the Glowquarium Shishibo, representing Texas as well at the Real Unreal. So now this is the hollow view. And we will add one more. Actually, I think this one, I'm going to save this one. I'm making this one into a star. I'm going to save this shape, and I will make the last of the hives from our Hypermelon Shishibo. And connect that right there. So now I have this fun, funky, interdimensional hive. And I'm going to take my Q dot map Shishibo in its star shape, and I'm going to put it like a necklace right there. Bam! It's a Meow Wolf superstar. It's a hive structure with a star. Who's this? It's Cassandra. Hey there. How you doing? How's your Tuesday? Have you made someone smile today? Have you made someone laugh today? I like to think that I've made a few people laugh. I will say that my mod today, Alexa, the best mod on planet Earth. Alexa made me laugh today. I'm very grateful for that. Hi there. Thanks for tuning in. I am stoked to be here and to get an opportunity to share with you guys my love of Shishibo. I actually came upon Shishibo in kind of a funny way. And I thought I would take this opportunity here on this live with you guys to share a little bit about kind of where I came from in the mix here. So Fun in Motion Toys actually started with a product called Spin Balls. They were creating poi, these beautiful glow LED poi, and this was back in the 2010s, like literally 2010. And I befriended the founders, Kevin and Jimmy, because I also was creating events around flow arts and poi spinning, which is poi is those balls, those spin balls, balls on strings. Poi spinning is one of the movement arts that we practice when we're talking about flow arts. And they also were creating events and jams and meetups. So I met up with them. They decided to sponsor my festival, which was amazing. Fun in Motion Toys was actually the first sponsor of Flow Fests. So those of you who know me from the Discord, my Discord handle is FlowFests Cassandra because I am FlowFests Cassandra. Flow Fests are flow arts workshop festivals that happen in major cities around the US. And Kevin and Jimmy and Fun in Motion Toys were right there for the first few years. And also all this time, really, since I started with Florida Flow Fest back in 2011. So we had been working together. Occasionally, they would ask me as a graphic designer to step in on a couple of projects related to the company. And then Kevin and I were having a conversation one day, and he said, We're looking to contract and partner with a visionary artist. Do you know any visionary artists? And I said, you know what? I do. I know this guy. His name is Lawrence Gartell. I know him because he is a master of digital art and digital imaging. And I was a teaching assistant in his workshops back in the day being the mid 90s. And so I connected Kevin and Lawrence Gartell. And then, like, a year goes by, and all of a sudden, in the mail, I get this beautiful box. One of these. This is the box for the Lawrence Gartell limited edition Shishibo, which contained a signed limited edition card. I actually own box number 12 that was released. And it also comes with a booklet, the Lawrence Gartell Artist Series, that talks a little bit about the Shishibo styles that are included in this limited edition box set and building different shapes with them. And then it also includes a short bio because Lawrence Gartell has lived a pretty long life. He's done amazing things. He really is the father of digital art. And it also includes these beautiful Shishibo that were all created by Lawrence Gartell. So these four Shishibo, these four styles that are part of the Lawrence Gartell Artist Series limited edition box set, these were the first Shishibo that I had to play with. And immediately upon receiving them, I went, what do I do with this? I looked through the book, I got some ideas, and then I just started playing. And these Shishibo lived on my counter in my house for maybe 2 years. And every now and again, I would stop by, I would adjust the shape and make something new. And I really loved how vibrant these, and I still do, this art is so beautiful. It's a lot. Digital art can be a lot. It's vibrant. It can't be contained. It's like a supernova. And I just love that. So this is one of the first shapes I made with my Lawrence Gartell limited edition artist series. What do you call a boar that wants everything? What do you call a boar that wants everything? These are the days of our lives. I don't know, Crossrock. What do you call a boar that wants everything? Just going to sit that there for now. So I do want to just mention that when we say limited edition, we mean it. And I know that the stock on these is not infinite. So if these Shishibo styles are calling to you, first of all, I promise you they can only be found in this limited edition artist series boxed set. And since this box set emerged, there have been a few other amazing Lawrence Gartell styles, Shishibo styles, but never these. That's the only place that you can find them. And when they're gone, they're gone. So that's my cautionary tale. A gimme pig. Oh, that is adorable. What do you call a boar that wants everything? A gimme pig. I will absolutely use that. That is gold for the elementary level student. That right there, I will be using that. I'm going to be headed into an elementary school actually later this week for career day. I'm so excited. So in addition to the Lawrence Gartell limited edition artist series box set, there are a few additional Lawrence Gartell artwork Shishibo out there in the world. There is confetti. This is a fun one. So on the outside of the cube shape, we see confetti. I know, I also am surprised they're still in stock because they're so gorgeous, but we still have a few. And as I open up this confetti Shishibo, you can just see it's like the party keeps going. It's almost like a piñata of color, just bursting out. So this is additionally a Lawrence Gartell artist series Shishibo. We also have Chaos. This is a really fun one. I just want to focus on the outside of the cube shape for a second because it's pretty intricate and non-repeating. Sometimes the cube shape doesn't look like much, but with Chaos, this particular Shishibo just, it looks so interesting and weird. Almost like liquid chaos. And then when we open it up, we find some more stable patterns in the artwork, repeating patterns, balance and symmetry. On the inside, you'll find balance and symmetry, but on the outside, it's pure chaos. Lawrence Gartell. And then we also have the artwork series. These 4 Shishibo are also all Lawrence Gartell art creations. So let's open up artworks. We've got Technicolor. Another one of the rare yellow themes going on here with this Shishibo. Then we have Blue Crystal. Blue Crystal is a really popular cube, and you'll see on the outside in the cube shape that the pattern, again, similar to Chaos, it's non-repeating. There's not exactly symmetry here, but it all seems to still line up. It's interesting. And that is how you know this artist is a master. So this one is Blue Crystal, Technicolor, Blue Crystal. Then we have Watercolor. This is a really beautiful Shishibo. Look at this. This one, just like confetti, is a piñata of awesome on the inside when you open it up. I also love Mystic Ocean. Ooh, where's my Mystic Ocean? Wait, right there. Let me see. Be very quiet. I'm hunting Shishibo. Okay. Mystic Ocean. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, this is, I mean, this is a top fave. Look at this beautiful thing. Stinger, right? I know some shapes. But look at this artwork. You've got the surface of the waves on the outside as a cube. And then when you open it up, it's almost like this cerulean magical escape. And here we have the Queen's Crown. So one of the things I love about this shape is that it just flexes and fidgets right into itself. I'm not annoying to sit next to on the airplane at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I do love to bring Shishibo on the plane with me when I travel. And one of the reasons is exactly this. I can just amuse myself for hours making shapes. Mystic Ocean is another great Lawrence Gartell Shishibo. And then I have this really fun watercolor right here. Look at that. That's a party. That is Lawrence Gartell, ladies and gentlemen. If you know him, if you've met him, you know that man is a walking party. And then we also have the last of the artwork series is this stained glass Shishibo. On the outside, it actually does look like a piece of stained glass. And then as you open it up, you start to see these crystalline structures emerge in the art. Oh, Stinger Gnome. E.T. Gnome Home. So this is the stained glass right here. Lawrence Gartell, man, he is really something. And the art that he creates is also really something. So it's been really fun for me as an artist myself to get to create new shapes, new forms, and new ideas in living color with Shishibo. So we've got the Lawrence Gartell limited edition box set artist series. We've got the artworks series. And then we have the original artist series of Shishibo. All of these Shishibo styles were created by the one and only Lawrence Gartell. Big shout out and lots of love sent his way. He is out there creating wild possibilities with art. And the Lawrence Gartell limited edition artist series box set, the original, the first Shishibo designs that Lawrence Gartell created, they are currently on sale. This limited edition collector set is on sale right now on TikTok, where you can find it for a reduced price. And that sale ends in one day. So if these designs spark your interest, the only way to get them is in that box set. Also, my mod is the best. Thank you, Alexa. You are so magical. So I really wanted to take you down memory lane with me and explore these amazing artworks. All of them are works of art that can create other works of art. And honestly, in speaking with Lawrence, one of the things that he really loves about Shishibo is the opportunity for other people to create with his ideas, with his artwork, and with his inspiration. And that is a uniquely generous thing as an artist, especially in this day and age when artists are concerned about their artwork being used in ways that they can't imagine being included in large language learning models. For an artist to provide a resource like this for other artists to create new possibilities, new structures, and new ideas, I think is really beautiful. So thanks, Lawrence. You guys want to see some of the new Shishibo that are out there? I've got a couple here. I'm going to make a little space so I can share them with you. We are now finally in 2026. I can't believe we made it. It's the end of January, which is mind-blowing to me. Personally, I hope your January has been fun, fresh, and inviting, but most of all, warm and safe. I hope that everyone who is tuning in right now is safe and warm wherever you are. Now that we are in 2026, we are hoping to thaw out for spring, and we have the brand new spring limited edition. This is the Mystic Bloom series. And these two Shishibo are called Metamorph and Tie-Dye. So I want to introduce you to Metamorph and Tie-Dye if you haven't seen them yet. This is tie-dye. Tie-dye has a matte finish, so it's smooth and also vibrant, kind of like, it's reminiscent to me of that tie-dye cotton shirt that I absolutely love. And as you open it up, you'll start to see some patterns that are soothing in spring tones and colors. We'll start to see more of the purples and pinks emerge. And then when you open it all the way up, got this little slack jaw hive here. You can see this really beautiful spring bloom happening here with the tie-dye Shishibo in the Mystic Bloom series. So this is one of the Mystic Blooms on the inside that you can find. The other Mystic Bloom is hiding in its twin Metamorph. They're fraternal. So here is the tie-dye of Mystic Bloom, our spring limited edition Shishibo. And we have Metamorph. Metamorph, when you open it up, you start to see a new Mystic Bloom emerges. And we're still rocking these themes of spring. So you'll see these waves of vibrant yellow, pink. We've got green. It's fun to turn our thoughts to spring right now. I know the thaw will be welcome when it arrives. Look at that. So this Shishibo is not matte. This is a glossy Shishibo. So it's interesting. The spring series, Mystic Bloom, tie-dye is matte finish and Metamorph is glossy finish. And they both have vibrant spring hues to enjoy and build with. And, you know, I have these two shapes here. One of the really fun things about introducing Shishibo to school-age students is watching them squeal with delight when something new happens. And I remember there was this really great moment. You know, we as a company, Fun and Motion Toys, we have been inviting teachers to have an opportunity to bring our products into the classroom and teach with them. Shishibo can be great tools for understanding geometry, understanding magnetism, polarity, also to twist, shape, shift, and fidget with. It's a very relaxing experience to play with Shishibo. There's no right or wrong. You know, you can explore and get creative and build new things. And even if you get frustrated because you're trying to get to one specific shape and you can't quite get there, you still have this soothing clicks and light taps of the magnets as they connect. It's actually a bit of an opportunity for self-soothing for students. So when we bring Shishibo into classrooms, again, one of the best things is when the students discover something new and then they squeal with delight. And I actually do have a video. There was this moment where Fun and Motion Toys was doing a project with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Palm Beach County. They had come to the Boys and Girls Club of Delray Beach, Florida, and brought quite a number of toys to inspire the students there. They also gave a career talk for our teens about what it's like to create a toy, to work in the toy industry, and to start a business, you know? So as they were sharing Shishibo with the students, particularly the youngest students there at the Boys and Girls Club, JT, that flame wrangling Florida man, if you know him, you gotta love him. He took one UFO and one hive and he snapped them together just like that. And then he put it on the ground and he spun it. And the entire classroom of students squealed in unison. I have a video. It is hilarious. It's also absolutely adorable. It does absolutely help with team building. We actually created some projects in collaboration with teachers of a few different schools, and we have a whole series now of lesson plans utilizing Shishibo. Also, we have lesson plans for hypertiles in the classroom. Those are those hyperbolic paraboloids that you combine together to build what may have been previously impossible shapes to create. Those lesson plans span the grades from kindergarten all the way up through high school and span the disciplines in the standard school setting across the curriculum, from English language arts to mathematics to science to social studies and civics. There are lessons, and those can be found on funandmotiontoys.com in the K-12 education section. So this program that we've developed for Fun and Motion Toys, it's been a really beautiful thing to collaborate with teachers and to see what ideas they have for infusing Shishibo in the curriculum. There are also lessons in art. There's some really great photography lessons, both with Shishibo and with Hypertiles. So if you're curious about that, go ahead and check those out. There's also a series on that K-12 education page. There's a series of activities that are basic shape development. So for Shishibo, they will take you in an activity format from opening the cube for the first time into the crown shape, into the star shape, into the hive shape, nope, I skipped it. I have to go back. We have to go back. There we go. This is actually one of my favorite designs right here also. This is the Atlantis, part of the Expanse series of Shishibo. So into the hive, and then from the hive into something new. Known as the UFO. So from cube to crown to star to hive to UFO, and then to the ball. And these activities were written for the elementary age students. So for students, let's say 7 or 8 years old up to maybe 11, 12. They're easy to follow. They also include a little bit of information about how this shape shows up in other areas of the world or of daily life, each shape in the progression. So it's a great way if you're looking for an activity to introduce a student or a young person to Shishibo and to the basic shapes that you can make with a Shishibo. It's just a great tool. It's like 6 pages. It's available as a PDF, and it's on funandmotiontoys.com on the K-12 education page. We also have there, in addition to the lesson plans that were submitted from teachers across the US, we also have a link there to purchase a classroom set of Shishibo. That link will take you to Amazon. And if you are uh, exploring our page from a connected institution of some kind, educational institution that has an Amazon business account, then you will see the educator pricing for that bundle. It is a special price. It's not offered anywhere else or in any other fashion. But if you are accessing that link from an Amazon business account affiliated with an educational institution, you'll see the educator discount for that bundle. Full price for the bundle is $300, and the discounted price is much less than that. For Shishibo, the educator bundles come with 12 Shishibo, and there are 4 different bundles you can choose from. There's a mathematics bundle, astronomy bundle or astro. There's a biosphere bundle, and then there's the arts and culture bundle. And each one of those, it's a curated group that the styles of Shishibo in those bundles, the 12 Shishibo included, are specifically for or have designs that speak to those areas of study. So biology, for the biosphere bundle, we have the Earth Shishibo. We also have the Wild series and the Underwater Shishibo. So those are the 12 Shishibo that are included in that bundle. They're all, examples of different ecosystems in our biosphere. The Astro bundle features our holographic 2.0 Shishibo and also the Earth and the Moon. And the mathematics bundle is interesting because that one only has 2 different styles, but it has 6 of each. And those 2 different styles are dice, the Renaissance dice, because if you are a math teacher, you're probably going to be pulling out a dice, a die, if you will, at some point in your instruction. These are great tools for a math classroom. And the Renaissance dice, Shishibo, starts as a standard 6-sided die. But when it's in its rhombic dodecahedron shape, this particular Shishibo style of the dice series shows a 12-sided die, and it's showing the numbers in Roman numerals. So this is another touch point for learning in the classroom. I didn't know that XI was a number. Well, now it is. And now I can hold it in my hand and I can see, I can actually count on this up to 12. Wow, this is great. What an easy tool to reference for teaching mathematics. So this is one of the 2 styles of Shishibo in the mathematics bundle for educators. The other style, I'm looking around, I'm kind of like peeking. Do I have any of the other style? I'm looking. I don't see it, but that doesn't mean it's not here. We're going to pretend it's not here. The other style is the Cosmos cube. And my mod is such a brilliant marathon runner. Oh, the other dice. Yes, thank you. In the mathematics bundle, the other cube style, it is not the other one of the dice series, but this is a fun Shishibo also. I do want to share this. The Cosmos cube actually expresses dissection of a cube in 3s. It's the only Shishibo that was specifically designed to highlight dissection of a cube in 3s. But this, the Tales of Avernia Shishibo, when you form it into its rhombic dodecahedron shape, then you can see the 12-sided die in a manner that we are more accustomed. We're not very used to reading Roman numerals. So the Tales of Avernia 12-sided die is fully functional and has the numbers, the Arabic numbers, written on this Shishibo in its rhombic dodecahedron. So those are available. And, oh, I'm sorry you bumped into a wall too. My goodness. I hope you're okay. Don't hurt yourself. My mod is so amazing. So, check them out. Check out the K-12 education page on Fun in Motion Toys. You may find some tools there that you can suggest if you've got a teacher in your life or if you've got a student in your life. They can be pretty helpful. And the educator bundles are pretty awesome, if I say so myself. We've gotten some really great feedback from teachers who are utilizing them as after test activities. We actually had a teacher send us some of the video of her Battle Shapes tournament. So at the end of the school year, this particular teacher, who is a civics teacher, for each of her classes, she had them bracketed out in a tournament structure, making shapes in competition, which is super fun to do. So that was a really great moment from the classroom, and I'm grateful that she shared that with us. We do have some new lesson plans that will be going up on the K-12 education page soon. Those were submitted by Palm Beach County, Florida Teacher of the Year for 2026, Lindsay West, who teaches science through art at A.D. Henderson Lab School of Florida Atlantic University. And she worked with her students and tried out a couple of different styles of utilizing Shishibo and Hypertiles in her classroom instruction in teaching science through art. And so she actually submitted some lesson plans to us that are time tested and proven. Those will be going up on the site pretty soon. So I wanted to share with you also our Expanse series, because there is a lot of fun happening right now with the existing Shishibo in Atlantis and Infinity. So here is the Atlantis Shishibo, and here is our Infinity Shishibo. These are the Expanse series, and that was a name actually suggested also through the Discord. So if you're not following us on Discord, maybe you could be. You might be part of the conversation, and we may actually take your feedback and create something new and fresh with it. There's opportunities there on the Discord to send us ideas or to send us your Shishibo builds. We do have a Shishibo art gallery from our fans on funinmotiontoys.com. And all of those images are first on Discord in the post here to be featured thread. But we do have these two Shishibo. These are part of the Expanse series. And one of the reasons we loved the name Expanse for this series is it allows for creation across shapes. So in addition to having the standard Shishibo that we're all used to that can connect, you can collect and connect these Expanse series Shishibo, you also will find this same artwork in Octa. So this is the Infinity Octa. It's the same artwork, which means you can build and share across different shapes with the same artwork, which is really fun. And the Expanse series can also be found in Squared. So what's great about this artwork, this is the Infinity artwork, is you can find it in Shishibo Squared. You can find it in Shishibo Octa right here, and also with the Ojibo, as the Discord calls it. Somebody is still waiting for a glow-in-the-dark Shishibo. I'm right there with you, Savid Herb. That sounds great. Glow in the dark. That sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, we do have a full range of LED products. It's only a matter of time, I suppose, before we get a glow-in-the-dark Shishibo. So now I have my Shishibo, my Octa, and my Shishibo Squared, all with the same artwork. So let me see if I can make one composite shape with these 3 magnetic puzzles. And speaking of puzzles, did you know there is such a thing as National Puzzle Month? And we're in it right now. The month of January is National Puzzle Month. I can think of no better way to celebrate than with these super fun, artist-inspired, magnetic shape-shifting puzzles like Octa, Shishibo, and Shishibo Squared. And Friday, this Friday, just a few days from now, is National Puzzle Day. So if you happen to be in Chicago and tune into WGN, or in Portland and tune into your local ABC affiliate, you very well may see a surprise viewing of Pudgy Penguin Shishibo for National Puzzle Day. And we will definitely be sharing the link on this TV coverage this coming Friday for National Puzzle Day. You'll be able to find it in the Discord once it goes live. So we're excited to share that with you. But I definitely wanted to show off our Octa, our Shishibo, and our Shishibo Squared in the Infinity artwork. All of these are available now, which is so great. And there may even be more styles coming soon with similar artwork so that you can connect and collect and connect and create across new universes of design and art. And we are excited to see what you create. Join us on the Discord. Make sure you are paying attention to National Puzzle Month and National Puzzle Day. Grab a Shishibo, grab a friend, make something new, and we will be seeing you. We're going to go live one more time this week on National Puzzle Day. So be on the lookout for us then. And in the meantime, we will catch you offline. Thanks for tuning in with me. And thanks for your inspiration and your shape making and your creativity. Thanks for being a part of this community.